truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line them up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up and let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line them up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
2nd and 9 now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Crocker. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the young rookie out of Notre Dame.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Garland. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Saints at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready, ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Garland. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Come on, ready.
Back to throw again. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
By the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now a toss out wide to McAllister. And he'll manage only a couple up to the 48. When you look at this defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Phillips. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Phillips. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 8 yards out. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
When you look at the Saints defense, they've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
A give up the middle to Johnson. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. As they've got it as we resume action. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, are you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Come on. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Phillips. Screenplay to McAllister. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
3rd down and 13. Operating from the gun. Phillips. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. close. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Crossing route complete to Ross. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back to throw. Phillips. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
19, Tiger, 19, up.
He's going to keep this again. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Slot man moves right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Crocker. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Crocker. And he's going to go down again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
To throw is Phillips. Throwing to start the drive.
He's got room past the 30.
And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give, right side. Garland. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready,
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Phillips. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Phillips.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Crocker. Screen play. Johnson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
A final shot before break. Crocker. Looking deep here for Flowers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our look around the league starts.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 2nd and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Garland. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Okay, break.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Phillips. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I'm not lying. Go.
A give running left, McAllister. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 13. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back to throw. Phillips. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
94 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's complete. He finds Falk here. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To number 32. Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Off play action. Crocker. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Groupie for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
60 Eagles.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Crocker. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Crocker. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's
offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Phillips. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and it just locked people down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
A big gain on the play. It's 4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
He's corralled, but not before getting inside the 35.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Phillips. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Open man is Ross, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Saints.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
70 Timberwolves.
2nd and 4. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner,
They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there, and now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
29-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Crocker. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Crocker. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, right side. Garland. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Phillips from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Ready? Come on.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week.